Why did people want to build the Tower of Babel? The Tower of Babel is one of the most fascinating stories in the Bible. But why was it built in the first place? And what happened to it? Let's uncover the truth. Before we begin, if you enjoy biblical insights and want to learn more about these powerful stories, make sure to subscribe to the channel. One click goes a long way to show support, and we are interested in building a community of like-minded individuals like you. Thank you. One language, one people. In the beginning, the whole world spoke one language. Genesis chapter 11 verse 1 says, "Now the whole world had one language and a common speech." Because of this, people were able to unify in a way that has never been seen before since that time. The people came together and decided to build a massive tower that would reach heaven. Genesis chapter 11 verse 4 tells us their reasoning. "Come, let us build ourselves a city, with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves and not be scattered over the face of the whole earth." Fear of another flood. Many scholars believe that the recent memory of Noah's flood influenced their decision. They feared another global flood and wanted a structure that could protect them. Imagine hearing stories from one of your 8 ancestors who are still living who survived the flood. Imagine their tales about how all flesh was wiped off of the face of the earth, saving for a select few on board Noah's Ark. This could potentially have been yet another reason for the Tower of Babel's rise. A defiant ambition. More than just safety, this tower was an act of defiance. The people wanted to reach heaven on their own terms, rather than relying on God. It was a direct pathway up to heaven, to the firmament above. Most people believe that there are endless light years between our world and the next. However, the Bible paints a different picture, and this picture is supported by not only our sense, but independent investigation. This tower, if left unchecked, would have reached heaven by means of the firmament. What would happen if fallen men were to see into heaven remains unknown. Paul writes in the New Testament how it is not even lawful to utter the things that are seen only in heaven. God's intervention. Ultimately, God looked down and saw what they were doing. Genesis chapter 11 verse 6 says, "If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them." To stop their plans, God confused their languages. Suddenly, they could no longer understand each other. Without communication, the people could not continue their project. They abandoned the tower and scattered across the earth, forming the nations we know today. People joined forces according to their tongue and families. As random as this even seems, it was always a part of God's plan to do this. The story of the Tower of Babel teaches us a powerful lesson about human pride and the importance of trusting in God's plan. Instead of trying to reach heaven on our own, we should seek God's guidance. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Bible discussions.